You are all some people can talk about. Please scroll on if this doesn't resonate. I don't know what you did recently, but it's a good thing. But I just feel like I'm supposed to tell you there are a lot of people you're going to have to just move on from it and ignore. Now, I don't know if you're someone who got some social media attention, or I don't know if people are just, it doesn't have to even be that. It just some reason people are, I don't know, they're noticing something different about you, ageless. Maybe, look, this bottle. What's funny is maybe you look like you took something out of a bottle and put it on your skin and you're doing so much better. You bottle up your emotions. Like, I think it's, the reason this is coming out is because you need to set boundaries with people. Think in the past few days about just, even myself, a lot of us are like this. Like, we don't tell people how we really feel. We go along to be nice. We go along until we don't. And then it's like we just get pushed too far and then we reach a breaking point because we didn't even know well enough to stand up for ourselves earlier, if that makes sense. Like, we're just sort of used to taking abuse, you know what I mean? And you don't realize sometimes there are situations you should have moved on from way earlier, but you just felt like you had to endure it for some reason. And it's one of those things we learn by trial and error, I feel like. Anyway, you have a lot of good things going on. People are really admiring you, looking up to you, wondering how you did this, wondering what's going on. Like, why does this person think they're special? What's happening here? They think they're so special, so creative, painting outside the lines. Like, you're someone who sees creative solutions to problems, like to old problems people have. Like, you connect dots for people. You know how to communicate with people. I'm going to pull some more cards. Yeah, there's just a lot of jealousy in the air here, and I think you know that. I think that's what I'm sensing. Let me just do one deck at a time here. I know I fumbled the bag. They know they should have been nicer earlier. I think there are just a few people in particular who maybe, I don't want to say are triggering you. And when I say trigger, I think we need to take the stigma away from that. People act like that's such a bad thing. It's actually healthy triggers, and I'm going to talk more about that sometime. But maybe trigger isn't the word, but they're getting a reaction from you. And these are people who I think know that they should have been nicer to you earlier. They know that they really underestimated you and have said things, done things that they shouldn't have said, but it's okay. They know that. Another card from this deck. I choose you. I think people are trying to choose you. I think you're trying to repel people. And I'm thinking about myself again. I talk about human design here a lot, and I'm not an expert in it, so please don't ask me chart questions, but I'm a manifester. One thing we're known for is we have a closed but repelling aura, which means a lot of times people will try to get close to us and try to be our friend, but I'll be honest, if I can just speak for myself, I always have a lot of people who want to be my friend, and I always have to sort of turn that down because I have things to do. I mean, I'm just better off alone. I like doing stuff on my own. And, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm here to actually tell you that sometimes some of us, like, maybe our life's calling isn't just to be everyone's therapist. I know that's what I can't do. Like, some of us are here, like, I'm a manifester. My purpose on this earth is to do what I'm doing now, to just deliver these messages. I mean, it could look different for you if you're a manifester. But anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is, you may be the kind of person, you may be a manifester as well. You may have a closed, repelling aura, which means you have to keep it closed and tight and just sort of repel people. And other people might be able to, add a lot more information than I am right now. I'm giving you a very brief synopsis there, but, sometimes you have to keep your circle tight because it's called having boundaries. And I know how it is. Like, I've had so many people talk me into things and pull me into things, and because I was always nice and went along, and they just be like, hey, you want to go here with me? And after a while, I'm like, I'm tired of going places with this person. Why are they always dragging me around? And then one day I say no, and they're like, what? But I thought you enjoyed it. And it's like, no, I just was going along to be nice. That's happened to me so many times. I had a friend in college. She would always ask me to help her move. Like, she was an RA in the dorms, and I wasn't. I lived off campus, but I met her when I did live in dorms my freshman year, and she every year was moving in and out of the dorm, sometimes twice a year, depending, like if she moved to a different room or something. And I was always one of the people she'd call. I was like her main friend that she'd call, hey, help me move. And it's like, oh my gosh, finally one time I had it. And I'm like, can you please call someone else next time? Because it would always be, it's when I'm busy too, she's moving in at the beginning of the school year or something, and it's always when I'm busy too. And it's like, can you please call someone else to do it this time? And it was always really exhausting, actually, because it was a ton of trips to her mom's car. And she's like, oh, I thought you enjoyed it. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get upset with her or anything, but she never asked me that again. But it's like, sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. You can't people don't know until you tell them. They don't know. And this has been a hard lesson for me to learn. I'm an older woman, I'm not young. I'm in my late 40s, and it's only been the past few years I just kind of realized that, like, I mean, I don't blame myself. Sometimes people know what they're doing. Sometimes people choose you, like this whole I choose you card. Sometimes people know exactly what they're doing. They know when they found a good thing. They know, oh, this person never says no. They're just waiting for you to put up a boundary. Of course, a lot of times, they'll disappear as soon as you put that boundary up. That's okay. That's a sign of a red flag. But keep having those boundaries. It's the only way you can get your work done. To do the things you actually enjoy is to repel people. Anyone, you just can't keep your life open to everybody all the time. That's how I see it. Stop putting it off. How does this relate to this? I think it relates to this dust to move on. Like, I think that you already know that there's some people that you need to move on from. There's no reason to put it off. And this could just be as simple as not returning a text. Do you know what I mean? Or just waiting a few days to return it. Like, people take that stuff so seriously, so personally. I don't, because I'm not a texter. I'm not someone, like, I miss the days when we used to just send letters in the mail, because then you could just, at your convenience, write back to somebody, if you ever wrote them back at all. And now it's like people just want a response immediately, and they get mad, if you leave them on delivered and if you leave them on read and all this crap. And oh gosh, so I just try not to even worry about that stuff. You just stop putting it off. I think it's just someone really trying to take your energy. It's more than one person. I really feel like a lot of you, I mean, it's however it resonates for you, whatever this situation is, but it's a toxic situation, and you just need to stop putting off getting away from it. Don't let these people drag you down or, make you feel obligated. I think this, and here's the thing. We go through life, like, I don't know how many other people talk about this on their channel. I mean, I talk about this kind of stuff a lot, about how some of us go through life with other people pointing the finger at us, accusing us for it, accusing us, saying, well, you could have said no, you could have said no. Well, I mean, some of us really have to learn, it takes us a long time to learn how to say no, or to learn when to say no, or to learn that we're worth saying no. And that's what it feels like we're just in a world of people the predator and the prey. And so it's up to us to learn healthy boundaries, and it may take going through a lot of people. Kissing a lot of frogs, fresh starts, getting a start away from these people, like kissing a lot of frogs, even friendship-wise, you don't have to allow every friend into your life. I feel like you have some fresh starts coming, I'm getting new friendships. I think you're just somebody who needs some new friends, honestly, if you want any friends at all. And when I say new friends, like, you might be like, I don't even want friends. I just want to be left alone. I get that. Oh my gosh, do I get that? When I'm alone is the only time I get anything done. And I like to get things done. But, like, I feel like friendships, I still need to have some friendships. Like, but if that means just cultivating friendships where I don't see the person all the time, where it's people who do understand that I might not text them back for days. That's just how I am. You just gotta set boundaries. Some people just have to realize that's how you are. You're not going to change. It's amazing to me the amount of people who really think it's okay to come into your life and start bullying you and telling you need to like something they like, be the way they are. No, you don't. Maybe you're just not like them. Maybe you don't need to do every little thing they do the same. You know what I mean? Cut the deck one last time. You are already equipped. You've been ready for this. This is what you were born for. I think that really, when I say ready for this, it's not just the leaving of this situation. It's painting outside the lines. It's accepting your creativity. And when I say creativity, it doesn't necessarily have to be art or music or anything. It's just whatever it is you're doing. This, whatever, if you just have a TikTok channel or something, that's what it is. That's creativity. And you're ready for this. The blinders are off your life. I just feel like you finally see a lot of situations for what they are now. You really do. I'll speak a few good things into your life. You attract healthy relationships. I love that this came out because that's what this reading was about. You are kind, but you don't need to let people walk all over you. Keep being kind, but just put up boundaries. You feel success all around you. You really do, because you are successful. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.